This is going to be an activities of daily life workout. So this can be as hard as you need it to be. So we are gonna start with just a quick little warm up. So deep breath overhead, and we're gonna bring those knees up, up. So make sure they're out in front of you just a little bit. So you don't wanna tuck right underneath you. I want you to use your core. This is your low abs right here. Push, push. Now we are going to take this out wide. Ooh, side body crunch right there, right there. Little scarecrow. One more each side. Stop your body, hands go right behind your head. Soft bend in the knees, tuck that tailbone, engage the core, and I want you to twist, keeping your hips right to the front. We're twisting through our thoracic spine, that mid to upper back area. This is our mobility in our back. A lot of times we try to rotate from our low back. We actually don't have very many degrees of rotation there. It's all in our thoracic spine. We can go about 35 degrees each direction, so about 70 total. Now, if you're wanting to add a little more, lift opposite knee. Same motion with the upper body, just adding in that first motion of the knee. So combining a couple of things, working through the core and the thoracic spine. One more on each side. Let's do a couple of huggers. Round and grab the tree, open through the back, round, open, round, open, round, open. Let's do a couple of big arm swings backwards, getting those shoulders and chest warmed up. Reverse. Okay, let's get started. So first things, we have got a weight. Now you can pick any kind of weight you want. This could be a water bottle, it could be a cardboard box, whatever you have handy. What we're gonna do is we are gonna bend down, pick it up, and we're gonna put it on a shelf. So I want your feet just slightly outside of your hips width. Look down at your toes and make sure that they're tracking forward. They should be pointing directly at me. And that's going to be so that our knees track in the same line. If one of those starts to turn out, what happens is I start squatting and I get all cockeyed in my squat. So you wanna make sure that they point forward in your squat. So we are going to come down, grab the weight, and we're gonna put it up on the shelf. So coming back down, it might be right here, and put it up. If you can, I would love to see you set it on the floor. You could put a yoga block underneath you, or maybe you have like a little stool you could set it on so you don't have to bend down quite so far. Your level. I'm curling and I'm pressing it. So I'm standing up without it, coming back down, pick up the box of Christmas stuff, put it on the tallest shelf. Lower down. Come back up, squeeze through the glutes. We've got one more, pick it up and put it on that highest shelf. Great job. Now we are gonna hinge forward. We gotta pick something up. So we're gonna bend forward. You could have your water bottle in your hand, weight, squeeze the glutes, bend backwards, put it up. Now, if you can, again, you could have something on the ground, because what we do not want is this rounding. This is gonna hurt all of this, so no rounding, flat back. If you can, set it down, squeeze your butt cheeks, pick it back up. You keep dropping something on the floor, and now you've got to pick it up over and over and over again. And I want you to think about using your glutes right where they tie into the hamstrings. They make a little smile. We want to keep that in a smile instead of a frown, so you've got to squeeze it. Keep them smiling. Last one. Set it down. Squeeze the glutes. The next one, we need to put on a seat belt. And what we oftentimes get to do, we get in the car and we just fling it on, and then we're flailing in our lower back, We want to use the thoracic spine that we warmed up with, and let's use our core. So tuck your tailbone, brace that core nice and strong. If I were to come and punch you, it's ready to go. I want you to reach and twist, thoracic spine, we warmed up with that. Pull the seatbelt down. Reach and twist, pull the seatbelt. So from the side, this is all engaged. Use your breath. That's gonna keep that intra-abdominal pressure where you want it. Let's do one more this way. Let's switch sides, because now we're the passenger in the vehicle. All right, we gotta go this way now. Using that breath that keeps our belly pulled in so that it's not pressing out and making like what my daughter calls a Santa belly. We wanna keep that stomach nice and flat. Working through the mobility at the top range there, twist and pull. Pull back, we've gotta put seatbelts on all the time, so let's make sure we continue to do them the right way. So next time you hop into your car, think about using your core and getting an extra ab crunch in. Okay, grab the weight, hinge forward or the water bottle, squeeze and pick it up. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring it over to the edge of my space, hinge down, set it down. This could be a water bottle, whatever you have. Now we're gonna have a seat. We're gonna have a seat at the dinner table here. So I want you to sit down nice and slowly, and I want you to imagine that you have your table right here. You could actually do this at your table, but I want you to imagine you've got a nice table set right here, and it's got all kinds of glasses, and if you get up and you push on that table, you're gonna move all of those glasses, everything's gonna go bouncing, and this really hurts, not so great. So let's do the core work. Okay, tuck the tailbone. Squeeze through all four corners of your feet, push and stand. Lower back down. Nice and slow. Now, if you can, you could add a weight to this if this feels very easy for you. Otherwise, you could also add that overhead extension, making sure that you're not overarching through that low back. Okay, we're gonna add on to this. Somebody forgot the salt and pepper and it's in the next room and I have to go all the way over there to get it. So I'm gonna stand up with my hands above my head so I don't mess up my table setting. I'm gonna run all the way around it, coming back, have a seat, get in place. So make sure that your feet, do it again. Okay, well now we forgot the pepper. We gotta go back and get that. Okay, go. So I want you to hustle your pace, but slow and controlled on the way up and down. I am alternating directions. Now this could be a longer run, just depends on your space, but I want you to think about quick feet. Staying light on those feet, and the ability to change directions is really important. Helps us stay safe so we don't fall if something were to come up unexpectedly. Okay, sit down and stand back up. Here comes a hard one. We're gonna tie our shoes. So, sounds kind of simple. However, you've got options. You can use your chair, place one foot on the chair. I want you to think about balancing here and using your core. So the same things we've been working on, pull in, little tuck, glutes go behind us, little hinge. Now I want you to reach down and untie that shoe. This is level one. Level two, lift it up, use your core, lift your leg with that low abdominal. Now I want you to retie that shoe. Again, your foot could be down. Work up to it. Using the hip flexor and the quad, set it down. We warmed up with this. Lift the other leg up. Chair is here for balance. I'm gonna untie my shoe. Core is in. I am not dumping over this foot. I am very strong and engaged. Increasing our balance reduces our risk of falls by 46%. So it's pretty important as we get older, we've got to use this so we don't lose it. Now I might hear you say, okay, but my stomach is hitting my leg as I do this. You can open that leg a little farther, works your hip mobility, hinge a little more and pull that belly button all the way to the spine. Retie, last time. Tie it tight, make sure it's good and tight, lower down, push it to the ground. Great job. We're gonna do toe rolls. So when I wake up in the morning, my toes, my feet are very, very stiff. So I wanna think about this back leg. This is the foot I'm gonna work first. Rolling from the heel all the way, pushing off that toe. Now I'm gonna reverse that, toe to heel. So I'm gonna come forward. So pushing off of it, using every inch of that foot. Now you can make this a little harder, stay where you're at, or come to balance, use your core to balance, or you can explode. Land light, catch in the core, catch in the quad, and in the glute of that stabilizing leg. Let's do one more. And then let's do it right on the other side. So again, starting slow, I'm gonna start up on that toe, roll down, roll up, working through that full range of mobility. This is great for ankle support, all the way up through the shin, help stabilize the knee. If you did so on the other side, add in your balance drill. Use your core, this side, back leg, right there, lift and hold. Remember, you can add a little power. Push, hold. Push, hold, last one. Okay, we're gonna head to a movie theater. So we're gonna move laterally down the aisle at the sporting event or the theater, wherever you're at. We're gonna sit. Now I know you wouldn't normally sit, you'd have somebody right there. You wouldn't wanna do that, but I want you to sit just a little bit. Pull that core in. Use your inner and outer thighs as you step side to side, squeezing with your glutes right here on the side. That muscle is partially responsible for stabilizing the low back. Want it harder? Come down lower. Harder yet. Pick it up. Last time through. One more. Now we're gonna work more ankle mobility, calf strength, all the way up. Step balance, step, lower down, lift up, step, step, lower down, whoop, step, step, down, up. Helping working everything around our knees, keeping our knees strong. Now we're gonna come back. So we're at the ballet here, thinking tall. We gotta squeak past the aisle of people. Last one. And down. I've saved the best for last. That means we're gonna get down off the floor and get back up. So I want you to come on down. Think of coming down like a squat. You can put your hands behind you. I like to cross my legs. Doesn't matter which one goes on top, we're gonna actually do both. So if you need to use your hands at first to push, that's okay. We are going to work towards doing this with our core and our glutes. Tuck, brace, shift forward, push up. Now we're gonna unwind, sit, 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 sit. Come on down. Cross the other way. This is my goofy way. Core first, squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, push straight up. Okay, and that is it. So if that is all you have time for today, that's great. If you can, go ahead and rewind and run that video twice through, and it's going to be awesome mobility movement and keep you going for life.